seems like there are amazing medical advancements being reported almost every single week these days, but this next one has an entire medical community questioning its shocking claims.
The medical advances over the years have been awe-inspiring, to say the least. Doctors can now transplant everything from livers and lungs to faces and hands. They can even transform your toe into a thumb. But now, a neurosurgeon in Italy is claiming that he will be able to successfully complete the first ever head transplant. A 30-year-old man with muscular atrophy has reportedly volunteered to have his head transplanted onto a healthy donor body in 2017. Experts in the U.S. are skeptical of the procedure, and this miracle surgery has people wondering, is it real or science fiction?
And joining us to discuss this head-scratcher is skull-base surgeon and founder of the Skull Base Institute, Dr. Harsh Shahinian. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
All right, let's cut to the chase. Saying it ain't so.
Well, it ain't so. First of all, it's a fascinating topic. I'm all for innovation, as you know, and technology. And as you showed, we have the technology to transplant a toe to a thumb for people who have lost their thumbs or hands. Mm-hmm. We currently do face transplants, and we know how to connect the vessels and stuff. In the case of the brain, we do know how to decrease the metabolism of the brain by either cooling it or pentobarb coma, induced coma. So we know all these things. This is the science. This is the technology. But what these gentlemen are trying to do is complete fiction. First of all, anytime we do something in medicine, as all of us know, we first do animal studies. The first time I introduced an endoscope into the brain, I did it on pigs. And before I ever did it on a human. So you have to show success in animals. The Chinese surgeon has done a few rats. None of them survived 1 hour. This is in rats.
Well, and my problem with this story is that it brings a false sense of hope to individuals because they read the headlines and they think, oh, wow, this is great. Sounds like just in a few years, no problem, we'll just do a head transplant. And it's false hope because, you know, we're just not there.
Exactly.
Right.
We are not there. We're not going to be there anytime soon. The issue is the brain. If the brain doesn't get oxygen for 5 minutes, game over, first of all. Second of all, we all remember Christopher Reeve and the millions of spinal cord injury patients. We don't have a single case where we have fused the spinal cord together and it has survived and functioned, let alone transplanting the entire brain or the entire head.
Right.
So, again, it's fiction.
And I think the other really important point to dispel the absurdity of this story, theoretically, has to do with the whole process of organ donation. And to donate an organ, you either need a brain-dead accident victim, right, who has signed up to be an organ donor, or in some cases you can do a living donor with, let's say, a kidney. But talk a little bit about what is the theory for where they would get the body from, right? I mean, someone is decapitated in the field and you immediately have a Harvest surgical team of 20 surgeons there ready to cool, preserve, and bring the... It's ridiculous, right?
In addition to the technical problems, there are serious ethical issues in this case.
They could find a donor body. I would think it would fail miserably and they would be charged with homicide potentially, wouldn't they? I mean, this is where you just have to separate fact from fiction.
And I remember seeing this pop up on my Facebook feed, as a lot of you probably have. And I think that the bad part about it is, as a family physician, I have patients who come in all the time and say, Doc, my brain works just fine if I could just get a new body. And so what this actually was doing was giving people hope. Right. They're like, well, you know, I could have a new body, keep this brain, keep this face, and get a new body. And it's just not happening.